Hi everyone, welcome back. In this video, we are going to learn our third type of probability distribution, that is geometric distribution, guys. In this series, so far we have learned two discrete probability distributions. First one was binomial distribution, and in the last video, we learned about negative binomial distribution, right? So if you have not watched those two videos, you can watch them after this video, guys, right? And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe the channel. And if you are liking the content, guys, in this series, then please share these videos with your friends, with your colleagues, so that they can also get benefited from such content, right? In this video, we will start with the same agenda. We'll start with the definition of geometric distribution or geometric random variable. Then we'll try to understand that definition using different real world examples, guys. After that, we'll move to the little bit mathematics around geometric random variable or geometric distribution. We'll talk about probability mass function as well as cumulative distribution function. And at the end, we will solve a real world problem using the concept we are going to learn throughout the video, guys. So watch this video till the end, and I can assure you guys, you will never forget the geometric distribution throughout your life, guys. Okay, so let's get started. Geometric distribution, as we know, geometric distribution, it is a type of discrete probability distribution, guys. It talks about the number of trials we need before we get our first success. For example, you are flipping the coin, that's your experiment, right? And coming head is your success. Now, how many times you have to flip the coin before you will get your first head? That particular variable, we will call it as geometric random variable, right? Now, if we recall the concept of negative binomial distribution, there we talk about number of trials we need to get our successes, right? So from that, we can definitely say geometric distribution, it is a special case of negative binomial distribution with R is equal to 1. In case of negative binomial distribution, we talk about R successes. Here, in case of geometric distribution, we talk about first success. So, R is equal to 1. Now, another similar concept of binomial and negative binomial distribution, every trial has to be Bernoulli trial, guys. So, if you have not watched my last two videos, you will not understand what is Bernoulli trial. There I talked about this particular part in detail. In this video also, I'll give you two conditions based on which we say whether trial is a Bernoulli trial or not. I'll come to that part.
तो रुको जरा, सबर करो, बोला धक्का बुक्की नहीं करने का, आराम से लेने का. हाँ.
Let's understand this definition using different real world examples, guys. First example, number of mails need to be sent to get our first customer enrolled. That variable will follow geometric distribution, or you can say that variable is a geometric random variable, right? Second example, how many swipe we will need to perform on Tinder to get our first match, guys. Very practical example, guys. Every person can relate with this, right? Now, number of videos I will need to upload to get my first video with 1000 likes. I have already uploaded 15 to 16 videos on statistics itself, but I did not get those many likes. So depends on you guys. I can say my R or number of trials is greater than 15 or 16, right? Because so far I have not got any video with 1000 likes, right? Now, number of trials before we get our first head. Number of times we have to flip to get our first head, right? That's another example of geometric random variable. Number of times we have to roll the die to get our first 6, right? That's again a random variable which will follow geometric distribution. Number of stores we need to visit before we buy the shoes. So I am a very choosy person, guys. I take a lot of time to shop any particular product, whether it's shoes, whether it's watch, whether it's jeans, anything. But I take a lot of time and I visit a lot of stores before buy this. That's a negative side of me. But definitely, guys, this particular part will follow a geometric distribution, or this random variable will follow the geometric distribution. It can be 1, it can be 2, it can be 3 store, can be 4 store before I purchase the shoe, right? Number of companies I will need to apply before I get first offer. Practical example, guys. If you are working professional, then you can understand this. It's not like in the first company itself you will get the job, right? You have to apply multiple companies and then you get your first offer, right? So that random variable will follow geometric distribution. Number of times you have to get pregnant to get first baby girl. So this was a simple example which came to my mind. I just put it over here, guys. Again, it's not practical, I understand, but yes, so number of times you have to get pregnant to get first baby girl. If you follow this or create a random variable, you do that experiment, then that will follow geometric distribution, right? So these are real world examples, guys, and I hope now you are able to understand the definition of geometric distribution, guys. Now, all of these examples, they have different trials, right? If I talk about number of time you will flip the coin, right? So that number of time you are flipping the coins, it means number of trials you are performing. Similarly, how many swipe? Every swipe will be a trial. Number of mails you will send, every mail you send, that's a trial, right? So every example I have quoted here is actually having number of trials, multiple trials. And that's what we are modeling through geometric distribution, right? So now that trial, if that trial follows two conditions, right, then that trial we call it as Bernoulli trial. First condition is each trial has to have two possible outcomes, success and failure. So if I take example of swiping on Tinder, right? So every time you are swiping, there are two possible outcomes. Either you will get the match or not, right? Two possible outcomes. Success here is getting the swipe or getting the match, right? So that's the first condition. In every experiment, if you clearly observe, every trial is having two possible outcomes, either yes or no, whether head or tail, or getting 6 or not, right? Whether you are getting offer or not. So there are two possible outcomes. Second condition, probability of success remains the same across all trials. Let's say you are flipping the coin in the first trial, coming head, there will be certain probability, right? That probability will not change in the second trial or in the third trial or in the fourth trial. In any trial, that probability will not change. It means every trial is independent, guys. Now, if your trial is actually satisfying these two conditions, that trial we call it as Bernoulli trial, guys, right? So now I hope the definition is clear to you. What is Bernoulli trial? That is also clear to you. And now you can imagine in the real world that how geometric distribution is being used. Okay, now let's move to the mathematics of geometric distribution, guys. So any random variable that equals the number of trials we need to get the first success, we call it as geometric random variable. There are two parameters, very important parameters for this random variable. First one is probability of success, right? There will be a certain probability assigned to every success, right? The second parameter is number of trials before getting first success, right? So now that is n. Now probability mass function for such random variable we can represent using this formula. Okay, so probability of x is equal to small n is represented using this. Let's build an intuition behind this. So now you know that out of n trials, right, out of n trials, n minus 1 were failures, right? We know that because in the nth trial we got our first success, right? This is what we have understood from the definition of geometric random variable. N minus 1 failures, and in the nth trial we got the success. So now how do we calculate the probability mass function? It's basically, so how many failures? We know n minus 1 failure, right? And what is the probability of failure? It's basically 1 minus p. So we can say 1 minus p raised to power n minus 1. So this particular part It talks about the number of failures we got. What is the probability of getting n minus 1 failure, right? And in the nth trial, we got the success. So that's why p raised to power 1. So this is the intuition behind the formula, guys. I hope this is clear. And we will use this in our next example, guys, which we are going to learn. And you do not need to remember these formulas, guys. These are available in different softwares. You do not have to manually calculate the probabilities. You have statistical softwares. You can use Excel, you can use R, you can use Python, any programming language which is being used for the statistical purpose, like SPSS, SAS, all of them you can use. So that was probability mass function, guys. Now, if we talk about cumulative distribution function, in this we know we model the probability of x less than equal to a particular value, right? And that we can write in the form of this 1 minus p raised to power x, where x is your total number of trials you need to perform to get your first success, right? So 1 minus p raised to power x. I hope this is clear, guys. Probability mass function and cumulative distribution function. Now let's see how we implement them in our real world or in the industry, right? So let's move to the next slide, where we'll talk about the mathematical part using a simple example, real world example. Geometric distribution example. Let's say there is a person who is very active on Tinder, guys. Okay, so you can relate with yourself as well, I know. So a person is using Tinder to find the date, right? Now, given probability of getting matched depends on your personality, guys. As I mentioned, it depends on your DP, depends on your the content you have put on the Tinder profile. You will have different probability of getting matched. But there is a person, let's say, who is having probability 0.05, which means out of 100 swipe, he will get 5 matches. Very general, and we can say, yeah, practical, right? So 0.05. Now, what we need to find in the first problem here, find the probability of person getting first match in 10th swipe. Okay, what is the probability of getting a swipe in the 10th trial, right? So probability of x is equal to 10. Now just recall your probability mass function, because it's a equal to sign. So recall your probability mass function formula. So it's 1 minus p, or you can say probability of success, which is 0.05 raised to power how many times we got the failure? 9 times 10 minus 1. So 9 into the probability of success, that is 0.05 raised to power 1, right? So this is your probability of x is equal to 10, and this will give you the PMF, guys, right? So now this is how you will solve this particular problem. And just imagine, guys, for every x you will have the probability. That's what we call it as probability mass function. And then you can understand that how many swipes you have to perform. You can actually model that using probability, guys. Our real world is all about probabilities, guys. We are surrounded by events which are stochastic in nature, which are actually related with the probability. Like you are watching a match, there is a probability assigned to it. That probability you can calculate based on the past data, guys, right? So that's the beauty of statistics, that we are living in the world of statistics, but we just do not think from that perspective. Okay, and that's my objective, that you should start thinking from the statistician mind, that in the real world, whenever you are getting any event, you are listening something, you should be able to think from the probability point of view. You are playing any game, right? You are actually in the let's say casino. There it's all about probability, right? And there also we use these distributions. We do not use, but we can use these distributions. Okay, now let's go to the second example or second problem. Find the probability that person has to perform at least 10 swipes to get the first match. Important word here is at least. So now what we need to find over here, probability of x greater than 10, or you can say at least 10, means including 10. So x greater than equal to 10. This is the probability you have to calculate. Now just recall the concept of cumulative distribution function, which talks about probability of x less than equal to small x, right? So here, this particular one, can we write in this form? X less than 9 or less than equal to 9. Can we say in this particular form? Right? I think this is clear. Now this is your CDF. So here you have to calculate CDF with respect to x less than 9. 1 minus of that will give you your answer. Right? So these problems you can solve using these formulas. You can use calculator to do this calculation. Now we have Excel, guys. We can use Excel. For Excel, these are the formulas you can use. Okay. So I'm just giving you the formulas which are available in the Excel for PMF and CDF of geometry distribution. Lot of people will say there is no direct formula to calculate geometry distribution PMF or CDF. But there is formula, guys. You can use Excel to calculate the geometry distribution PMF and CDF. Lot of people doesn't know about it. You will not find these things over YouTube, guys, or any of the course you will find over internet, right? So I am giving you that particular part. So how can we do that in Excel? We have negative binomial, and this was the first part which I mentioned in our first slide, that geometry distribution is a special case of negative binomial distribution. So there is no direct formula, but indirectly using Excel you can calculate. Now this formula we talked about in our last video, guys, negative binomial dot dist. This is for the negative binomial distribution. In this, our first argument talks about the number of failures, right? Second argument talks about number of successes. As we know, in case of geometry distribution, R is 1. So here it will be 1. Then third argument is probability of success. And then fourth argument is false. For PMF calculation, if you are performing the PMF calculation, you will write true if you are calculating CDF. Okay. So now in our first case, we are calculating the PMF. So we have neg binom dot dist. Number of failures 9. 10th was our success. So R is equal to 1. Then probability of success 0.05. And we are calculating PMF. So false. So now this is the probability. 3.1% is the probability that in the 10th swipe, you will get your match, your first match, right? So that is our first problem. Second problem, probability of x greater than equal to 10. 1 minus probability of x less than equal to 9. You can use the formula as well. Or in the Excel, this formula, we are actually using the same formula we talked about. So 1 minus negative binomial dot dist, number of successes or number of failures, first argument, it's 8. Then number of success, 1. Probability of success, 0.05. And we are calculating the CDF. Then we are writing true. So 1 minus 0.36 and 0.6302. So 63% probability that you have to perform more than 10 swipes, greater than equal to 10 swipes, to get your first match with this probability of success, right? So 63%. So that's how you use geometry distribution mathematics in the real world, guys. And I hope this is clear. I hope geometry distribution is clear. We talked about a lot of real world examples regarding this geometry distribution. And thanks for watching till the end. If you like the content, please like the video, guys. And if you have any doubt, you can write it in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer that, right? And please share with your friends, your colleagues, so that this particular video series get more reach. More people can get more benefited from this.